As a shorty playing in the front yard of the crib, fell down and I bumped my head. Somebody helped me up and asked me if I bumped my head. I said, yeah. So then they said, oh, so that means you gonna switch it on them. I said, yeah, flip mode. Flip mode is the greatest. You know, and as a shorty, I was always told that if I ain't gonna be part of the greatest, I gotta be the greatest myself. Come on, yeah, come on.
Salute, YouTube world, boxing world, man. What it is, what it do. I'm Nocturnal Thoughts, Boxing After Dark. How is everybody doing? I hope everybody is well. What is today? Man, today's Wednesday. So for a lot of you guys, it's hump day. Real quick video, man, and then I'm gonna get out the way. You know how I do it. I'm gonna try to keep it within 10 minutes. I was reading an article today on Boxing News 24 where somebody I can't remember the interviewer's name. I'll look it up and put it in the description below. Did an interview on Eddy Reynoso and what did he think about the idea of Ryan Garcia fighting Manny Pacquiao. And he said, in his opinion, Ryan Garcia should focus on the 135-pound division and keep his sights on Gervonta Tank Davis, Devin Haney, and Teofimo Lopez, with the possibility of moving up to 140 pounds. He said the idea of Ryan Garcia fighting against Manny Pacquiao is Looney. I don't know about you guys, but when I hear the word Looney, I think of Looney Tunes, I think of cartoons, I think of Out of Reality, the one that flew over the cuckoo's nest. I think of a deranged version of reality. Who Framed Roger Rabbit type of Looney. And Eddy Reynoso, man, I think he's probably going to be nominated for the Trainer of the Year 2021. He has a lot of sharks in his shark tank right now. He has Canelo Saul Alvarez. He has the young up-and-coming star Ryan Garcia. Then he has Oscar Valdez. And right now, you know what I'm saying, I think, boom, that's going to be 3 champions. 2 champions now. Potential of having 3 champions with Ryan Garcia if Ryan Garcia makes the right moves. He just had a good performance against Luke Campbell. I think he should make another step-up fight in preparation to go into a fight in negotiation with Gervonta Tank Davis. Maybe he should fight a Fortuna if Devin Haney doesn't pick up that fight, or maybe he should fight a Jorge Linares if Devin Haney doesn't pick up that fight, or he should try to make a fight with the Lomachenko. Speaking of Lomachenko supposedly is in negotiations to making a fight with Masayoshi Nakatani. That is a very, very interesting fight. Very, very thought-provoking fight. To assess that fight, that's going to be a nice puzzle to put together.
That's a chess match.
We've seen Lomachenko matrix his way through the smaller guys, but we've seen him struggle slightly. We've seen just a little bit of cracks in his game when he stepped up to fight the taller, longer Luke Campbell. We've seen him get dropped and have a little bit of a complication figuring out the puzzle with Jorge Linares before he put Jorge Linares down for the count. We've seen Masayoshi Nakatani give fits to Teofimo Lopez. And at the time, I believe that Masayoshi Nakatani and Teofimo Lopez both were being underrated. After we see Teofimo Lopez beat Lomachenko, okay, Lomachenko goes back to the drawing board. He got his injury repaired. And by the way, before I finish this video and go any further, I'm not a big fan of Tiger Woods, but I did just see on the news he was involved in another accident. And, get well soon, get focused, get your mind right. So people want to give boxers such a hard time, like an Adrian Broner. All I can say right now for Adrian Broner, is my prayers go out to you to be the best version of yourself.
I hope you get a
Everybody
peace
is
of
a work
mind.
in progress.
And a
Nobody is
mind
perfect,
of peace.
and we all just trying to follow God's plan. You know what I'm saying? So prayers go out to AB on his, on his climb up, because I feel like you go up, you have peaks and valleys. So right now he's going up on the peak. I hope his valley is not too low. Anyways, we see Tiger Woods, broke both of his legs. I don't know the whole details behind it, but get well soon and take care of yourself. And moving forward, back to boxing. Check it out. Teofimo Lopez beats Masayoshi Nakatani, beats Richard Comey, beats Lomachenko. Lomachenko goes back to the drawing board. There was a little bit of controversy. There were some whispers in the leaves, and there was this nice cool breeze talking about paid off judges, things of that nature. But we see that he's coming back with a strong, smart game plan to fight Masayoshi Nakatani. You can't take anything away from Lomachenko in this fight. You definitely can't take away anything from Masayoshi Nakatani's last performance. He showed that he got grip, he got some power in his hand, and I always looked at Masayoshi Nakatani as somewhat of an anomaly to the 135-pound division, because he is a big dude. And not only is he tall and lanky, but he's not just all height. He has a size. He has some thickness to him. Some tall guys that are lanky, they look easy to knock out. They just string beans. Masayoshi Nakatani is a big dude, period. Not even just tall, but his muscle, his muscle structure, his bone structure, his neck, he's just a big dude. I don't know why he get down to $135. And he's kind of awkward, but he's not without any skill. And he has some power. And, I just didn't understand the criticization. I did not understand how people were criticizing Teofimo Lopez for having a little bit of difficulty with Masayoshi, because I see Masayoshi as somewhat of a problem and hard to figure out. Now, with him versus Lomachenko, he has his set of tools and Lomachenko has his set of tools. Which fighter is going to have the tools that's going to be proper for the job to get done effectively? We'll see if they fight, because sometimes I feel like, even though we've seen Lomachenko struggle with taller guys, how tall is too tall? Because, I don't know if anybody has ever seen Crimes Caught on Camera, but it's a show I like to watch every once in a while. Sometimes a long tool, like a 12-gauge shotgun, is not the proper tool for a job. I seen a guy come into a warehouse that he worked at, and he was like a disgruntled employee that was going to come and go postal on his job. And he came in there with a long, rifle. And an older guy, kind of just walked up to him, boom, and then grabbed the barrel of the gun and was able to wrestle it away from him. If you catch my drift, I'm saying there's a reason why people have sawed-off shotguns. And there's a reason why pistols can be more effective than rifles. Rifles can be good for certain jobs, and pistols can be good for certain jobs. Lomachenko got shorter arms, but he got better footwork. He's faster. If he gets inside and he's too fast and too smart, and his IQ is just too advanced for Masayoshi Nakatani, I can see him breaking Masayoshi Nakatani down round by round and just outpointing him just based off his speed and being able to get inside the wheelhouse. Because Masayoshi might be a little too long for Lomachenko, but just perfectly at a length to give Teofimo Lopez a little bit of complications, which Teofimo Lopez won that fight. You know what I'm saying? So it's an interesting fight, and I'm looking forward to it. It's within reality in my perspective, unlike Ryan Garcia versus Manny Pacquiao. And that's the thing. I feel like one thing I did want to touch on before I get out the way is we have to get over looking at these fighters and just looking at their creed and color and deciding what kind of boxer that they are. It's time to stop looking at the geographics of boxing and just say, all black fighters are slick. Are slicks fighters. Like Sean Porter is black. He's not slick at all. We can't just get fixated on all Mexican boxers or come forward Mexican style boxers. Look at Oscar Valdez. He just knocked out Burchell going on the back foot. Canelo. You know what I'm saying? His style of boxing is not the come forward Mexican style. Masayoshi Nakatani. We can't just look at all Asians and say, they all fight. They all these little guys. This guy is humongous for the 135, and he's awkward. You know what I'm saying? It's something new. Even though it's new and it's something that we aren't used to seeing, it doesn't mean that, all races of fighters are going to always stick to the stereotype of what we think that race of fighters is going to be. Everybody evolves. Everybody learns and changes and adapts. So I see Masayoshi Nakatani as a threat. When you go back and look at some of his old fights, I see where he was completely green and learning on the job, and he was somewhat of it was like he was almost like a sideshow. Looking at some of his first fights, it was like it almost didn't look like they took his career seriously, but you seen he had some talent there. But I feel like he's progressing in a way that he might be relevant going into next year. If he beats Lomachenko, then he's going to be right back up there to fight Teofimo Lopez. You know what I'm saying? Or go up to the 140 pounds to see who's up there by then. Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to stretch this video out too long. I'm going to get out the way. I just wanted to say that the idea of Ryan Garcia fighting Manny Pacquiao, when I first heard it, I thought it was ridiculous. And listening to Eddy Reynoso, he concurs and stands in agreement with what I originally thought. The whole idea was Looney. That's all I got for y'all. I appreciate y'all time. Salute, 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 salute. And real talk boxing, if you watch this video, hey, me and you have to build a rapport. I got some things I want to say to you to make sure we get off on the right foot. Respect, respect. Peace. Together we stand, divided we fall.
That's all, folks.